Now, let's get into the voice. The polling looks very, very pessimistic for the Yes campaign, trailing in every state now. Ali, you're hearing people on the street and on radio talking about this. Is it a lost cause? Has the damage been done? Or can the Yes case still improve its standing?
I mean, if you looked at these polls and you understood that it was absolutely on merit, well, you just call it democracy, right? That's what people know and believe. But I think that they have done such a poor job, the government, rolling out the education and the thoughts behind this, that the waters have been allowed to become too muddied. And I don't think anybody is going to be able to get the clarity to be able to get and reach those high thresholds that we'll need for a referendum to pass. So it feels to me that the horse has completely bolted on this, and now it's just going to be a game of catch-up, and I'm just not sure that it's going to be able to get done.
I feel like the Yes campaign, Katie, just hasn't even started. I have never really seen a proper effort to try and explain to people the genesis of this and where it's going. And I think they're letting it too late. Presumably they're going to swamp people with information in coming months, but you've got to lay down the groundwork early.
Yeah, I reckon you do. I really think that you do need to get that groundwork laid, but you also need to be explaining to Australians, I think, how this is going to be beneficial to all of Australia, particularly Indigenous people that live in remote communities, particularly, to Indigenous people right around the nation, how it's going to help to sort of fix some of those really serious issues that we've got with health, that we've got with alcohol misuse, that we've got with crime. And I'm not surprised at this point in time that, the way in which those results are looking, because I think that a lot of Australians are really sort of, they're not 100% sure which way to vote. They're getting inundated with really sort of negative messages, which I understand there are a lot of questions that still remain unanswered. But a lot of Aussies at this point, I feel, are switching off. And they're switching off because the things that are really concerning to them right now are things like cost of living and things like crime. Well, certainly in Northern Australia, and I know in Queensland as well, crime's been a massive issue. So when you've got those things happening in your life right now, and the government's not clearly explaining to you how this is going to make a difference and how it's going to be beneficial to all of Australia, and they're not explaining it really simply, I think that they are right behind in kind of winning people over that are undecided. Yeah, well,
their big hope for the campaign is that when people focus on this issue properly during a campaign, they'll look at it. But you can't let the no side off the hook here. So much of the information is just such fear-mongering. And Ali, talking about reparations and how it's going to hurt the economy and upend the way we govern, an advisory body that can't do anything. It can't do anything except to ask a government to do something. So the fear campaigning has just been, at number 11.
Yeah, and of course, what do people do when they are scared or unsure? They stick with what they know. And this is asking for a change. So again, unless they are really well educated on the nuts and bolts on this, and they can get rid of all of the other noise, incorrect, whatever it might be, that fear-mongering, they don't even stand a chance to be able to make up their mind, or our minds, I should be saying, all of us.